allow me to keep it reasonably simple for today. I'd rather give you 2 little homilies than 1 longer one. I have a short reflection about the letter to the Romans that we heard, and I have a bit of relevant Lenten advice. So the letter to the Romans made a pretty clear point today. Salvation is for those who have faith in their hearts and confession on their lips. Confess and be saved, believe and be justified. I feel the need to add just one clarification to that. Confession is not enough. Paul's words here need to be taken as a whole. It's confession on your lips as well as faith in your heart. Words of confession can be hollow if you don't have any feeling to back them up. So get ready to call the news channels in a minute. You're about to hear a priest complain about the internet. I'm sure that's never happened before. So I'm assuming most of you know what a meme is. A meme is a familiar stock image with a short message written over it. Most memes are supposed to be funny in some way. My favorite one is Overly Manly Man. My morning steak, the most important steak of the day. I also like Business Cat. It's just a picture of a cat wearing a necktie. Johnson, that dead rat on your desk, you earned it. Anyway, so I like these. These are amusing little breaks during the workday. But there is one meme that I really dislike. I find it offensive, I'm convinced that it's unhealthy overall, and it's almost always never funny or informative. It's called Confession Bear. It's a picture of a bear making some kind of sad face. And people post that image online with 10-word or less confessions typed out over it. So some of these confession bears are harmless. A very small amount of them are funny. Some of them are confessing actual felonies that people have committed. But whatever they are, all of them have one thing in common. They are an illusion in some way. Confession and absolution are real. You are talking to a human being, even if there's a screen in the way. You have to deal with voicing your troubles. And because you're talking to another human being, you don't really know what the response is going to be. That is necessary for healing and improvement to happen. Confession Bear is the illusion of healing. Sure, you can type your sin out and post it online for everyone to see, but no one knows it's you. And you don't have anything to deal with once you hit that button and send it out for everyone to see. Now, I'm sorry that I'm being so negative here, but that is pathetic. Anonymously posting your crimes on the internet with no consequences and thinking that you're helping yourself is self-deceptive. You need someone else to listen to you, to be a part of that healing process. I certainly recommend a priest. But even without a priest, an honest talk with your mom, your friend, whomever you can trust, that is always, always, always better than dealing with your sins and weaknesses and faults and troubles by your lonesome. That will always be true. And that's why confession can never actually be replaced. That need to voice our hurt to someone else will always be there, even if we don't recognize it. So Lent is the best time of year to go to confession, assuming you only go once a year. But please remember that confession is more than just words. It's about if it was just about words, the internet would be fine. It would meet all of our needs. But it doesn't, because it's also about faith in the heart. Your faith that you are better than your sins, your crimes, and your failings, as well as your faith that mercy is available for anyone who seeks it out. And that nicely piggybacks on my next point for today. If we're going to keep up with Paul's words of wisdom, if we are going to follow through with that notion of confession on our lips, faith in our hearts, well, then we should try to do something more during Lent. And as hopefully you all know, because I quizzed the kids about it, Lent has 3 components: prayer, fasting, almsgiving. And I feel that we mainly talk a lot about the fasting and the prayer. We don't talk about almsgiving all that much. So here's a little something, a little tip for you for more almsgiving in your life in general. And this is something I occasionally give in the confession as a penance for people that somehow confess stinginess with their money, people that don't think they're using their money as wisely as they could be. So here's what I'm recommending. The next time you cash a paycheck or you go to a bank, go ahead, get the cash, and pocket the cash like you normally would, except for $5. Take this $5 and put it somewhere away from the rest of your money. So if you have a wallet, purse, haversack, fanny pack, whatever. Doesn't matter where you keep your money. I'm assuming we don't have many fanny packs here these days. It's kind of a 90s thing anyway. But don't put it in with the rest of your bills. Put it behind your driver's license. Stick it next to the picture of grandma, whatever. Don't put it with the rest of your bills. And once you do that, this money stops existing. It is no longer your money. It is now what I call your emergency 5. Shove it behind your driver's license and forget about it until you need it. Because when you're all out of money and your back is to the wall and you have a problem, $5 can be a godsend, all right? $5 will buy enough gas to get you home, in all likelihood, if your credit card stops working at the worst possible moment. If you're stuck at the airport, $5 will buy a snack and a cup of coffee. $5 is just a good unit of money to have. Everything you need in the short term probably costs less than $5. $5 is also an appropriate bill to have if someone asks you for help, like a beggar on the street. $5 can do a lot of good. And if you give them a $5 bill, there's a pretty good chance that you've given them more money than anyone else that day. And because this money doesn't really exist, it is not your money anymore, you can give it away without fussing or worrying, like, oh, do I need this $5 later? Oh, can I afford this? No. This money is meant to be in your wallet and forgotten about until a moment of need arises, whether it's a need of yours or a need for someone else. So let it do its job. And if you do that and you feel good about it, maybe the next pay period, you can take out another $5 and replace it in your wallet next time you get a chance. So that's a little something for you to think about. It has worked out really well for some people. There are some people that feel very uneasy about giving money away, especially to beggars asking for change on the street. And there are good reasons for that. We don't have time to talk about that. But if you do feel that you're a tad stingy with your money, if you want to be more Christ-like with respect to finance, this might be a nice little step along that spiritual path of almsgiving. And if you try it out, well then, may it be like everything else this season, and may it better prepare you for the joy and the glory of Easter Sunday.